Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber had a lot of challenges even before their marriage, and a lot of it had to do with Justin Bieber's thoughts of wanting to leave Hailey completely and just not commit to her at all.
It's a journey, and I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was gonna fix all my problems.
Justin had been open about this, and he really started to open up about his initial concerns regarding his marriage to Hailey Bieber, and this was during an appearance on The Ellen Show in January of 2020. And on The Ellen Show, that's where he talked about how these concerns were related to his commitment and loyalty issues towards Hailey.
Justin Bieber admits having trust issues with Hailey Bieber.
Justin expressed his nervousness about making such a serious commitment because, this is till death do us part, right? And he wasn't sure if he could honor those promises as a man. The weight of saying you love somebody and you gotta stay with them through thick and thin and remain faithful, that's a big responsibility. So he was questioning his ability to fulfill that commitment.
I think I was more nervous about, am I gonna make this commitment? Am I able to make this commitment as a man and be able to honor?
Then in March of 2020, during an interview with Elle, Hailey Bieber, she talked about the difficulties that she and Justin faced at the beginning of their relationship because of his Lyme disease. And she explained that people were so mean, very judgmental, making unfair comments about Justin's appearance, and they were talking about his health and speculating even though they didn't even really know what condition he had at the time or what he was really dealing with. And this of course made Justin Bieber a little insecure and kind of stressed him out completely.
I think so. I think I'd been just so afraid for some reason. I think we all as humans get caught up in this.
Justin, he is now healthy, but their journey together, that was tested when it comes to the in sickness and in health part of their wedding vows. And after that, in April of 2021, in an interview with GQ, Justin Bieber, he talked a little bit more about the challenges he and Hailey faced during the first year of their marriage. And he went on to explain that it was a very tough year. It was a year that was marked by old traumas resurfacing, as well as struggles with trust. And Justin, he straight up admitted that it was really hard to open up about these vulnerabilities to Hailey because he was afraid that it would push her away. And he went on to describe feeling like he had to be very cautious during that first year of marriage. But as time went on, he started to genuinely begin to believe in their relationship. Justin, he also faced a lot of criticism in the media for being difficult to talk to. However, in one of the interviews, he talked about the challenges that he has in trusting people and his fear that people might have hidden agendas or insincere intentions. So he's pretty cautious with how he opens up and who he opens up to. That makes sense.
What I say, be faithful, that's a huge, am I able to do that? And so I think that was really what I was battling with.
He also admitted that his past relationship mistakes had made him question his own judgment and his self-confidence. Am I really making the right decision for me? Those are thoughts running through his head. And he mentioned that even trusting his wife, Hailey Bieber, has been a gradual process, and it was filled with a lot of uncertainty. They both, of course, want to avoid losing each other, and they're very cautious about saying the wrong things. And that definitely led to some difficulties in them expressing their feelings and emotions towards each other in their relationship. To address these challenges, they actively are working on improving their communication in therapy to prevent conflicts as well as better understand each other. So it's definitely not a walk in the park type of relationship. There's a whole lot of work that needs to be done on both sides, not just Justin's side, but also Hailey's side. In a new interview with the Sunday Times, Hailey Bieber, she explained that while she wants kids so bad with her husband, Justin Bieber, she worries that they may eventually become the target of online bullying. Hailey, in her own words, said this: "I literally cry about this all the time. It's enough that people say things about my husband or my friends. I can't imagine having to confront people saying things about a child."
So they go, how does she feel about bringing children into her extremely privileged yet public life? I literally cry about this all the time. I want kids so bad, but I get scared. It's enough that people say things about my husband or my friends. I can't imagine having to confront people people saying things about a child. We can only do the best we can to raise them as long as they feel loved and
Selena Gomez is, of course, Justin Bieber's ex, and the fact that she and Hailey dated him consecutively has generated endless speculation about a beef between the women.
Yeah, and we've all witnessed Hailey's struggle in the spotlight, especially when it comes to online hate in the wake of the drama with Selena Gomez, who dated Justin before Hailey.
On social media, it can really tear people down.
Neither woman's outright come for the other, but fans have pitted them against each other for years, despite their requests to make it stop.
But both of them have claimed to have moved past any sort of beef that may have been going on, and they even posed for some photos together in an attempt to resolve all of this drama. But that didn't stop fans in February of 2023. This time, the feud was reignited after fans determined that Hailey Bieber was making fun of Selena Gomez's eyebrows in her Instagram story.
Then there was that whole situation with the eyebrows. Selena opened up on her story about how she over-laminated her eyebrows, only for Kylie to post this a few hours later, along with a FaceTime call with Hailey showing off their eyebrows.
While even Selena has said that there is no drama at all, the post nevertheless ignited weeks of intense bullying, with critics leaving negative comments on Hailey's page and even chanting "F Hailey Bieber" during one of Justin's concerts in March 2023.
Justin Bieber performed at Rolling Loud and was met with a lot of hate from his fans in the crowd. The crowd chanted "F Hailey Bieber."
And then shortly after that incident, Selena Gomez herself had to step in, and she said, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats." And this is what she wrote on an Instagram story, explicitly asking her fans to just stop all of the bullying.
Singer shares a strong message on her Instagram story on March 24th after learning about the immense criticism that Hailey has been receiving. Selena writes, quote, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying." She adds, quote, "I've always advocated for kindness and really want this all to stop."
After Selena did that, Hailey thanked Selena for speaking out and later writing on her Instagram that she had experienced some of the saddest, hardest moments of her life and that her mind and emotions have been fragile because of all of this drama.
Hailey Bieber is thanking Selena Gomez for coming to her defense. She shared, "I want to thank Selena for speaking out, as her and I have been discussing the last few weeks how to move past this ongoing narrative between her and I, so it seems like they've been talking for a while. The last few weeks have been very hard for everyone involved, and millions of people are seeing so much hate around this, which is extremely harmful. While social media is an incredible way to connect and build community, moments like this only create extreme division instead of bringing people together." She finished by saying, "Things can always be taken out of context or construed differently than they were intended. We all need to be more thoughtful about what we post and what we say, including myself. In the end, I believe love will always be bigger than hate and negativity, and there is always an opportunity to meet each other with more empathy and compassion." And just like that, it's done.
Hailey Bieber also went on to tell the Sunday Times how people's assumptions had influenced her decisions to publicly discuss the mini stroke that she suffered in 2022. She said this, "Sometimes I do just want to curl up and be a hermit. Like, if this is how people feel, maybe I should just stay home. But I'm really not that kind of person." And then again, on the topic of having children, Hailey also added this, "We can only do the best we can to raise them as long as they feel loved and safe." Now, before this interview happened, she actually had to dispel some pregnancy rumors that followed her appearance at the 2022 Grammys. The media had thought that she was pregnant back then and started this whole rumor mill going. Now, expressing her frustration, she promptly responded in the comment section of a Radar Instagram post stating, "I'm not pregnant, leave me alone," in response to suggestions that her gown indicated that she was pregnant.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone. Please, enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please."
But in the end, if and when the Biebers do choose to start a family, well, she will reveal the news on her own terms and on her own timeline. And we just really hope that the child, is not subjected to this whole online bullying, because they are an innocent party in this whole thing. Hailey Bieber lashes out against Selena Gomez drama, and this happened in an interview on the Bloomberg Original series, The Circuit with Emily Chang. And that's where Hailey Bieber addressed the ongoing rumors of a feud between herself and Selena Gomez, which Selena and Hailey have addressed in the past, but Hailey shed a whole lot more insight on this and how she feels about it.
Vile, disgusting hatred that can come from completely made up and twisted and perpetuated narratives.
When she was reflecting on the whole situation, Hailey expressed her thoughts on the harmful impact of fabricated and perpetuated narratives online.
It's so disappointing.
She then went on to emphasize that the issue goes beyond her and Selena, and she highlighted the dangerous effects of hatred that can stem from false narratives like this. And in her own words, this is what she had to say.
This is not about this pitting between two women and division between two women. It's about
the vile, disgusting hatred that can come from completely made up and twisted and perpetuated narratives.
That can be really dangerous.
Then Hailey, she continued to say this.
It's awful. I hate it. I've hated it since the beginning, and I think that kind of goes back to a little bit of just being misunderstood.
Time and time again, I say there is no issue, and it's so disappointing
that people still behave this way because of over a man. It's the world we live in, unfortunately.
But now Hailey actually had pointed to the fact that she finally now is looking to move on. And this is when she went on to say this.
It's an opportunity to really stand for bringing people together.
And not being okay with the kind of division that it caused, because
I don't like this whole idea of team this person and team this person. I'm just not about that.
I'm just not about that. I want to be able to bring people together.
You can do that, and you can bring people together, and it doesn't have to be about this divisive nature.
Now, back in March of 2023, Selena Gomez, she publicly spoke against the hateful negativity that was being targeted towards Hailey Bieber, because there was just so much bullying going on, so Selena had to speak up. It got really bad for Hailey. And Selena ended up making an Instagram post that said this: Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying. I've always advocated for kindness and really want this to all stop. After that, then Hailey shared her perspective on dealing with constant online attention. Hailey expressed her desire not to let fabricated drama affect her focus and work, particularly her venture with her company Rode. Now, she acknowledged the existence of hurtful narratives surrounding her and how it deeply impacted her emotions. Hailey now says that to find solace, she has turned to creating her own content that she has full control over. And Hailey mentioned that YouTube has provided her with a very embracing and positive space, but she still views TikTok as a place that is very nasty and negative.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Alright guys, still, there are some critics of Hailey Bieber that are saying that, Hailey, well, you brought this on yourself. Considering the comments, the shade, all the posts that she made towards Selena, not just made by Hailey, but also her friends like Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner. And your critics are just saying that, hey, karma is a witch with a capital B, Hailey. Deal with it. But, you know, my 2 cents on this whole thing is that there definitely may be some truth to that. However, I don't feel that it's okay to ever make nasty threats towards people like Hailey, because that's what it escalated to. You know, there were people threatening to end her life, and that's just messed up and not cool at all. So, of course, vent your frustrations. If you don't like Hailey, you don't have to like everybody, right? There's no rule that says you have to like everyone, but you know, people just took it really far. If you disagree with her, say that. If you don't like her actions, don't like what she did, just say that. And the fact that Selena Gomez had to speak up, it just shows you how serious it got. But also what I think happened was that Hailey definitely had an issue with Selena, and Selena Gomez just chose to take the high road, and instead of lashing back out at Hailey, she chose to defend her. And that just goes to show you the type of character that Selena really has at the core of her soul, pretty much.
To start us off, did you know Hailey bullied someone in middle school? Because Hailey Bieber is the daughter of Hollywood star Stephen Baldwin, she has probably grown up with a great deal of affluence. Being a superstar, Bieber's persona has come under scrutiny multiple times. One critic implied that the model wasn't particularly kind during her middle school years. Your Tango claims that TikTok user Kimona Elizabeth said, "Think you can hurt me? Hailey Bieber was my middle school bully." Elizabeth provided a follow-up video where she clarified her assertion. "I was in 5th grade, Elizabeth explained.
She bullied me. Middle school is full of kids who are either the bullies or the bullied. Unfortunately, I was the bullied."
Yikes. Not looking good so far. What's next? She was kind of a fangirl. Apparently, she kept a close watch on Justin's relationship with Selena Gomez. Fans discovered a tweet from May 2011 in which Hailey said, "I'm for sure 100% hashtag Jelena," alluding to the term used to refer to Gomez and Justin as a pair, as reported by BuzzFeed. When Hailey tweeted, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream," in September 2011, it appeared as though she was reaffirming her love for Jelena. Subsequent tweets revealed that Hailey believed she would always be alone, while Justin and Gomez appeared to have an amazing relationship.
It's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that. I was raised better than that.
Before Hailey ever got close to the musician, she was essentially a major fan of Justin and his ex, which has some people wondering how she ended up replacing Gomez. And since she's famous, of course she had some racist tweets. It's hard to think of a famous person in this day and age who hasn't tweeted some abhorrent stuff in their past. Almost like kids shouldn't have social media to begin with. A scandal involving Hailey Bieber erupted in 2019 after some of her previous tweets were rediscovered. Bieber was criticized by J14 for posting what appeared to be some racist remarks, which she has now removed. Bieber is said to have written, "Shut up before I smack you back to your own country," in a January 2012 post. It is said that Bieber tweeted, "To those foreigners who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so sorry your country didn't have pilgrims and Indians to start such a sick holiday." This was in November of 2013. It makes sense that Bieber received a lot of negative feedback for sharing such offensive content. One ex-user even started a thread on the platform to showcase some of the worst things the model had ever posted. Even more, the thread brought attention to Bieber's claimed use of numerous racial slurs, raising suspicion that her previous online behavior had been extremely inappropriate. Some legal troubles cropped up with her skincare brand too. In June 2022, Hailey Bieber launched her skincare brand Rhode, facing a trademark infringement lawsuit from the owners of the fashion brand Rhode, Perna Katau and Phoebe Vickers. They alleged Bieber had tried to buy the name from them unsuccessfully years earlier. In July 2022, a judge allowed Bieber to continue using the name during litigation. In September 2023, an agreement between Bieber and Rhode's owners led to the dismissal of the lawsuit. Despite the resolution, the launch of Bieber's skincare line stirred significant controversy. Speaking of skincare, this one is just such a fumble. Is it so hard to credit your inspiration? Hailey Bieber posted a TikTok selfie video on August 23rd, 2022, wherein she sported a modern cosmetic style. She remarked, "Ready for all things fall, including brownie glazed lips," as she wore her glossy lipstick in the brief video. Comments accompanying the picture were quick to criticize Bieber's purportedly recent innovation, pointing out that women of color had been rocking the glazed lip look for decades. One ex-user criticized Bieber for allegedly appropriating the method, noting in a message, "I'm crying because she took a lip combo that Black and Latino women have been wearing since the 90s and named it brownie glazed lips to make it sound cute, lol. Like, if you gonna try to make something trend, then least you could do is give credit from where you got the inspo." Lastly, she was apparently rude to a waitress at some point.
Next up we have Mrs. Bieber. This is gonna be controversial. I've met her a handful of times and every time she was not nice.
In July 2020, a TikTok video by Julia Carolan went viral as she rated celebrities she served while working in a Manhattan restaurant, including Kylie Jenner, Gigi Hadid, and Hailey Bieber. Carolan gave Bieber a low score of 3.5 out of 10, stating that the model had not been nice during any of her previous encounters. The video reached Hailey Bieber, who responded apologizing if she had given off negative vibes and clarifying it was not her intention. The incident highlighted how social media allows public scrutiny of celebrities, revealing personal interactions and potentially influencing their public image. Yes, she did apologize, but in her apology, she said she never meant to give off negative vibes. So I guess she doesn't notice even when she's being rude. That's a whole other problem in and of itself.